can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we're not the ride nobody wave. We're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yani had to buy, Yani again hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit.
Trust, we ain't taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, pretty leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months.
It's week 6 of the National Football League. And coming up, it's the 49ers leader at quarterback. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the 49ers and the Falcons, and it's all up next.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
To go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
But Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up with this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roam the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
It was just there down short, but he got a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the third play from scrimmage. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
Boy, did they ever. And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to bunt the football. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. They go play action here on 1st down. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2nd and 2. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2nd and 6. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. Gibbons is on a roll. This drive continues 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Now a throw here to his running back. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Back to throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The hard-hitting safety, Jimmy Ward, picking up the sack that time. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on it.
Under pressure, they got him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So a long drive, 11 plays all told, but in the end, they come away with nothing.
And what can you do from an offensive standpoint except pat your kicker on the head and say, get them next time?
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he slings one that's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Niners at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll set up a throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Well, we had a pair of division rivalries in primetime last weekend, Week 5, and we've got another pair of good ones coming up here in Week 6. Starting tonight, Cowboys and Eagles from Philly on Sunday night, and then tomorrow, Monday Night Football has the Broncos and Chargers from SoFi. That's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt. Kickoff 5:15 local time for that one out in Southern California. Second and 1. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. They're going to look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down. On second down, a run with Patterson. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw here. It's brought in by Wilson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, they'll run it here. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception, as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Gold is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Pitts. Well upfield across the 40.
The late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And got his man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 37.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's the game of 3.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. To the post. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Field goal is all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd down and 7. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And we need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he stays up. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a down. And he's going to go down again. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his quarterback position.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Caught by Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw his shot for the end zone. Touchdown on the season, and the Falcons have taken the lead. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Extra point by Kerr, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Falcons ready to take over.
Now, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Complete to Zacchaeus. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll set up a throw. Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. What did you see there, Charles, on that interception from the rookie?
They've shown him certain looks on defense throughout the first half, and they pulled the string here in the second half because he got used to those looks, and they showed the exact same thing, but changed it up just a little bit where he thought something was open, and now, with the change in defense, it no longer was.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've got the lead as they begin this drive 1st and 10, trying to forget about that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's going to be first to go here, 3rd and 14. He's been a busy man here in this game.
Wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1. Just keeping the play alive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Patterson will score. Touchdown Atlanta. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Coup now for the point after. And the lead is now 24. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In clutch territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
2nd and 2. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a dump off here complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Niners on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. He'll look to throw. And the grab by Croft. And he's going to be brought down. They'll look to throw again. Fighting to stay upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Able to get away. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 30 yards. And the Niners are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the... Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the fourth. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Coup for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be to 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here. We get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. completed 7 straight passes before that one, as it falls incomplete and puts a halt to that streak. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass. Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position. And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Falcons, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.